Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, it's your boy Taj Ben John. I wanted to give you guys a reaction video. It's Pride Month right now, and I don't think you guys know this, but I'm a big comic fan. Like I know a lot of people say that they're like, "Yeah, I watched MCU movies." Nah, man, my comic collection's bigger than yours. It's bigger, I promise you. Probably the biggest on the channel, actually. Um, I wanted to talk to you guys about this new comic series that Marvel's coming out with. For Pride Month, they're coming out with a Gay Captain America, part of like a series called, I think, United States of Captain America. Just going over different types of Captain Americas all throughout the United States. Just kind of bringing diversity to the Captain America title because we're all American together. I know it's like the Wakandan Civil, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. All right, so pretty much in this video, I wanted to. Why does my feed look like that? Oh, okay, there it goes. I wanted to talk about Eric D. July, his thoughts on the Gay Captain America, and just like my takes, just reacting to his video. Eric, my man, if you can see me, Young Ripper 59, I think his name is on YouTube. If you can see me, hey, how's it going? Feel free to watch this. All the viewers out there of all stripes and orientations and sexualities and shit. Hey, how's it going? All right, yeah. So hope you guys like comics because it's a 30-minute video. We're probably gonna watch all of it unless I get too bored. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Touching the face. That's what he's doing.
Okay, guys. So many angles I want to take on this. So many angles. Okay.
I'm amused so far.
In honor of Captain.
Come on, man. Come out with it, man. Come out with it. Come out with it, bro.
Well, hey, man, this is gonna be a struggle. I'm gonna struggle through this one.
It's okay, man. I think he struggles through a lot of things that involve thought.
All right, in honor of
that was rude. I'm sorry about that.
Captain America's 80th anniversary, they will be introducing LGBTQ plus Cap.
Why does he say it like that? I don't like how he says it. Cap.
And his name is Aaron Fisher. And
his name's Aaron.
That's what they're running with. Now in this article you can see, this is coming from CBR, it says in honor, blah blah blah.
He's talking about it like it's like the worst thing ever.
Blah. This is going to be a limited series titled The United States of Captain America, which will introduce Marvel's newest hero, LGBTQ plus hero.
Wait, I want to look up United States of Captain America because I haven't looked this up in a long time. Oh, there's a I wonder if he's gonna make a video on the Filipina Captain America. What? Oh, there's volumes of it? Have they released the first issue of it yet so far? June 30th? So the first one came out already. The shield has been stolen. No one understands the value of the shield like those who have wielded it. So Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson set out on a road trip across America to chase down the thief. But instead, they find the captains. Everyday people from all walks of life who've taken up the mantle of Captain America to defend their communities. And for some reason, the Shield's thief wants them all dead. Can Sam and Steve get them there first? Ugh, I can't read today, huh? I feel like I'm Eric D. July where I can't read. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'll stop. Christopher Cantwell and Dale Eaglesham lead a can't-miss miniseries to celebrate Captain America's 80th anniversary, joined by a rotating series of creative teams to tell the stories of each new captain, starting with Aaron Fisher, the Captain America of the Railways. Brought to you by Josh Trujillo and Jan Bazaldua. I hope I pronounced that correctly. With my luck, I really do feel like the Jan Bazaldua. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. Bazaldua. All right, yeah. So I can't find too much summary on the thing just yet. Maybe we can do like a review after all this, like months down the line when everything comes out. I think the volume's supposed to come out in December. It said December of this year. It said June was gonna be the first issue. So yeah, my bad. Yeah, so December was when the volume was gonna come out or expected to come out. Not sure how long that's gonna take. Probably sometime next year in February, knowing Marvel. Ooh, plus multiple creative teams. Oh yeah, that shit's gonna get delayed, bro. All right, let's go.
Aaron Fisher. So, what they have said is that this is a press release saying that he'll be teaming up. Steve Rogers will team up with Captain America's in the past, Bucky, Sam, which shouldn't have ever happened, and John Walker on a road trip across America to find his stolen shield. And it starts in June, and it will debut Aaron Fisher. And he what Aaron Fisher is the Captain America of the railways.
Of the railways.
He's a fearless
He's
teen,
a rail
they say, who stepped
blazer.
up to protect fellow runaways and the unhoused. So it looks like people that are runaways and are homeless.
That's actually kind of cool. Not that Captain America is homeless, but just that like that they putting that in there in the story of the gay Captain America, because a lot of like homeless teenagers actually are in the LGBTQ IA community plus IA plus community. So having that in there, also making a story of like just like housing situations for teens in that community that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. I think it's gonna have like like when Static Shock had like episodes about things like gang violence and shit like that. I feel like this is gonna be kind of like that. For teens of the range for pretty much LGBTQ plus teens. I think that's cool. That's really cool.
That he is
I wonder how he's gonna bash this though. That's what's really gonna interest me.
Protecting. And he was inspired by queer heroes. What? And it will debut in June in honor of Pride Month. That is an important thing to mention. I'll come back to that in a minute.
Bro, I thought today was July. It is June. Oh my god.
And it says
so this is
that
the first issue coming out this
inspired by
month.
heroes of the queer community, activists, leaders, and everyday folks pushing for a better life.
That's cool.
For the oppressed.
That's gonna be educational, so that's based. I like that.
And these guys have no idea what they're doing over at Marvel Comics. They don't got a clue, bro. They don't got a clue. And The Forgotten, I hope his debut story resonates with readers and it helps inspire the next generation of heroes. Aaron will be the first of 5. There'll be 5 total, 5 versions of Captain America, because that's exactly what we asked for. Each of them coming from different walks of life and taking up the mantle in order to, quote, defend their communities.
That's tight. That's really cool. So it's gonna include diversity in the Captain America name, which is awesome. You're supposed to be, as Captain America, I imagine, a representative of the United States of America. We're not all some sort of like homogeneous population. We're a huge smorgasbord of people. So I think that's a really cool idea. And Captain America is the perfect superhero. Not a great one. One of the maybe the X-Men might be better, but Captain America is the perfect one.
So the person that's writing them, it looks like Ball. What? I want to thank editor
Bazaldua
and Joshua Trujillo very much for asking me to create Aaron.
Bazaldua Jan.
Really
yeah, right.
Designing him.
I feel him on that one. That's a hard last name, Jan Bazaldua. You can make your last name like Jones or something. I'm playing around.
As a transgender self-insert.
Oh, that's tight. That's actually really cool. Being someone that's like in the nerd community, I feel like there are a lot of us that are openly trans and openly gay, and I feel like the more trans and gay creators we have doing big things, I think that's really cool. he's mad that it's a self insert. I'm pretty sure this guy calls him. I'm I can I feel like I can pretty easily find him calling himself black in his video titles. I think that's really stupid that he like came at that. That's like a dumb thing to come at.
I'm happy to be able to present an openly gay person. So he's gay, not transgender. So not quite a self insert.
I mean, you can be gay and trans.
Captain America and fights against evil to help those who are almost invisible to society.
True. No, I feel like if we look up stats on like teen homelessness, a lot of them do fall in the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah. Like,
what's he gonna say though?
As we're reading this, we're just checking boxes, bros. Just checking them junts, man.
There's nothing wrong with checking boxes and including people that could potentially be reading the comics and for sure have been underrepresented in the comic book industry and for sure have been underrepresented in media in general and political visibility. There's nothing wrong with that.
We're just checking the boxes. So if you want to look at his design, here we are. He looks like an Antifa guy.
He looks like an Antifa guy. I don't like the design, but I guess they are homeless. And they are a homeless teenager, so. Oh man, that makes a lot of sense for a design like that. Even though I don't like it, I hate overalls.
It even has the comic star right there.
Hey, he's got the Converses on. Oh, those are Converse boots. Nice. The Converse runners.
American flag on the other side, so there's some conflict there. But there's the design. If you guys wanted to look at him, yes, he looks like a goofball. But I think that's kind of as designed. He's supposed to be this. Looks like he's this gay character who is going to be influenced by Captain America, and he's the Captain America of the railways. And yeah, here we are.
Is his name Aaron Fisher? That's cool. All right, that's not a bad design. Does he have powers? They look so skinny where I don't know if they have powers. I mean, Captain America technically doesn't have powers. They don't call them powers. Do they call Captain America's powers powers? I don't know. Wait, so if he was around during the 60s, is he going to be like an old man now?
But this is the thing. Now, what y'all can't say, because of course I'm gonna rag on it, but what y'all can't say is that I'm just ragging on it just to be ragging on it.
No, you're right. He's 100% ragging on it just to be ragging on it. If he was a homeless teenager that was straight and white and stuff, I don't think he'd attack it like this. He wouldn't attack it like this, or maybe at all. It's like, oh, a homeless Captain America that's a runaway teen. Cool, like Robin. But, and he wouldn't even make a video on it. He's literally doing this because it's a marginalized person.
Come back to that previous point that I made about them specifically launching this for Pride Month. That lets you know exactly what they're doing. This is forced. So you can't say that like
I think everything in comics is forced. I don't think Marvel goes to a comic book tree and then the tree just like has like comic apples and then they open up the apples and there are new comics that come out. Like, of course, it's forced. It's that people make products like this for the readers, right? The comic community is really forward facing and progressive. It has been since before you were born, unless you're like 100 years old or like 80 years old. I think for the most part, for the majority of you watching, if not all of you watching, the comic book industry and the nerd community has been super fucking progressive. Sorry for cussing. I remember in Star Trek, 1960 Star Trek, for example, they had a black woman love character. Like, love interest. My apologies. She was a main character, too. And she was a love interest to a white character. And that was super progressive for the 60s. For the 60s? Bro? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, the comic industry and just, like, the nerd industry in general has been like this for a long time, coming at them for something like this, for being more progressive and having like more marginalized people held up front for once. That's not. There's nothing wrong with that. I've
Just
said that
pulling
8
something
times
out of my
now.
behind. No, they themselves are telling you this is a panda move. Don't be mad at me. Go be mad at them. They admitted it. They admitted it. That's specifically why they're doing it. They've acknowledged it. They've releasing it in the month that they're releasing it to solely do exactly that. So you can't say,
Hey, y'all, I'm going to the speed up shop. Y'all want anything? You want that nitro boost? I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. 0.75 is just faster, right?
hey, they're not doing it. That's exactly why he exists.
Oh, my bad. There it goes.
That's the sole reason why he exists. That's his purpose. That's why he is being, why that is coming out as they have
He's so mad.
just read the press release telling you that he's coming out, not like that. You get what I'm saying? In Pride Month, they're telling you they're pandering. Be mad at me all you want for acknowledging the facts, but
They're pandering. They're pandering.
that's just what it is. Now look, I have been of the opinion that when it comes to mainstream comic books, particularly in this
many
day and age,
opinions.
I would have given you leeway back in the gap when comics weren't as prominent as what they are. So you did get a lot of different goofy versions of the same character, or rather tokenized versions of the character, meaning that you get a race swapped version, a female version, a gender swapped version, or sexuality swapped version of a character. More the first
Homosexuality swap.
two than the latter. That's to be expected, right? Back then, because the comic books they weren't in the spot that they're in now, where basically all eyes are on this genre, right? So there is literally no excuse for this.
Is he gonna say? All right,
Aside
what's he
from
gonna say?
do exactly what they have just told you that they're going to do, and that's to just pander. That's it. They tokenized Cap solely to.
How's a character called Captain America not pandering in general, though? Like, it's named after a country, giving pride and homage to a country where the majority of the readers are in, and their name's Captain America. They're super badass. They're the leader of the premier superhero team on that comic book, in that comic book universe, and their name's Captain America. How's that not from the jump pandering? Deadass, how's it not from the jump pandering? Like, Captain America was made to pander. He was made during World War II. He's a World War II. Wait, is that true? World War II? Wait, or was it during the 60s? Captain America debut. Yeah, all right. So he was made during World War II. I think one of his debut issues is him fighting Hitler. That's a pander from the jump. The character of Captain America is to pander. They might as well call him Captain Pander. And you're mad? You mad? You big mad, bro? You big mad over this?
Pander. That's specific.
You're mad because they're pandering, quote unquote. They're pandering to people that aren't you, the people that you don't approve of, just because you're low key homophobic, or maybe high key, nah, low key homophobic.
Specifically, the reason
Dang, bruh.
why they're doing it. They're telling you this. They're admitting it. Now, when I call these guys creatively bankrupt, this is exactly what I mean. Now, of course, there's going to be someone who watches this video and says, well, you guys just have a problem with gay characters, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you have a problem with gay characters, blah, 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 blah.
Look, you're so stupid that I don't even feel like I should acknowledge that dumbass argument, but I'm going to do it for the sake of this video.
Please do. Yeah, give me the clicks.
There are gay characters within comic books, particularly associated with Marvel, when you consider like the North Stars of the world. And it's funny how
I feel like North Star, when he came out, because North Star was a character before Marvel came out and said that he was gay, right? I feel like people just like Eric D. July I think he got premiered in 1993 as being gay, and North Star is a character that came out during like the 70s or 80s. We can look that up if you want, but besides that, I feel like people just like Eric D. July, the Eric D. July of 1992 or 1993 or 94 or whatever, of 27 years ago, like, was probably the same way. They're like, well, why does North Star have to be gay? Can't we just make a new gay character that we shove in the back or shove inside of a refrigerator? Like, this isn't a new argument, and it's not a good argument. It's not an argument coming from a good place or like a place of good faith at all. It's just like him being mad that gay people exist.
though he is arguably the Marvel's big first kind of prominent gay character, they've left him on the shelf. And anytime, unfortunately, and this is why he doesn't take off like he
They left Northstar on the shelf because Alpha Flight themselves got left on the shelf. Alpha Flight has failed again and again and again and again. No one likes Canadians except for Wolverine.
should. Anytime they use
I'm sorry. That's the truth.
him now and recently, because you got hack writers that want to self-insert and all of that sort of stuff, and they don't know how to actually write something that appeals to multiple demographics. They're incapable of doing it because, again, they're creatively bankrupt.
Actually, well, I feel like with that argument, he would be for a gay Captain America for a limited. This isn't going to be a permanent character. They were made. All right, let's check this off now. He is going to get shoved in the fridge, by the way. I haven't even read this, but I already know. All right, he was made during the 60s. Limited edition series. Pride Month issue. He has a point where this guy's not going to be around if that's the point he just made. But I think there's still value in having this character just for now at the very least, just to say that he was there. Hopefully he has a more prominent place. Maybe the writers give him like some sort of like immortality serum and he lasts super long and he's not an old man. I feel like he's going to be an old man. Like when they go to like modern day Aaron Fisher, he's going to be like, yeah, I was a teenager during the 60s. I'm literally a grandparent now. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's what they're gonna do. That does sound kind of frustrating. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like my criticisms versus his criticisms are a lot different though.
They can do is see the world for what it is and then do a comic on it. They have no idea what an analogy is, what's analogous, metaphorical. They can't do that because they're talentless hacks.
For a character like Captain America, there's no analogy. It's literally just like shoehorning the idea of America into a person named Captain America. It's supposed to be obvious. It was never supposed to be subtle with Captain America.
Right? But the funny thing is, like in recent comics, like I don't know if you remember that what was that relaunch of X-Force, was it? Where they use him, God dog it, where they put Northstar in it, and basically he's surrounded around a bunch of LGBT characters.
Okay.
So the book is corny in itself because why all of a sudden do all of these gay or bisexual characters all of a sudden in a team up like that? That doesn't even make sense when you consider the vast amount of mutants that they are. Yet they slapped them all in that book. So it comes off. That's the type of stuff that they do to Northstar because they don't have talent. So
I think I understand like why he thinks that might be corny. And I feel like a lot of people can think that's corny without thinking that, without being homophobic. I just want to push back on that a little bit and continue that thought and say that there have been superhero teams in the past where all the characters were white, were very, very, very light-skinned. And that's why comic book characters like Icon and the people of the comic series... Gosh, what was Icon's comic company? The ones that DC bought. That's why you would see things like all black superhero teams during like the 90s and stuff, was to fight against that idea of like an all white superhero team. I think when Marvel made that all Asian superhero team, I think that was really cool. I thought it was kind of corny during certain parts of that of their existence, but I understand the point of normalizing the existence of people that aren't white, cis, and straight. I think there's value in that.
That doesn't take off. And then what they have to do is, well, we want this gay character. What do? We get one of the more iconic characters that we can find and we change them. Because they don't have talent and they don't want to do the work. All of that is just deflection, and that's what's going to happen, right? We're gonna laugh at this dog shit, and then they're going to say that we're homophobic or something dumb like that because they think it's a shield. No, this is dog shit. Nobody asked for that. No, nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for that. Who the fuck? All right, maybe somebody asked for it, but it's probably some weirdo normie that's not even interested in this type of stuff.
Weirdo normie.
But he may be consumed by his or her identity. They're the people that are into it, and they may buy in on it, but that's it.
I think there's a value in that. Getting people that are complete... Oh, he means comic book normies, not political normies. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a value in getting comic book normies into something. That's cool. Like, these people that support comic book companies and stuff like that, and make sales happen, that's completely fine. Like if people who don't like comics see a comic that portray a marginalized characteristics that they exist in and have a sense of kinship within or with, I guess, if that makes sense. Gosh, my wording is so bad. I need to work on my rhetoric a little bit. And then having that character there, and then like that person is so enthralled by that they purchase a comic book, something that they rarely, if ever, purchase. I think there's something really cool and magical. You should like that as a fan of comics, seeing people that don't buy comics purchase comics. They purchase a comic. That's cool.
This is goofy, bro. And just so the people understand for perspective, I'm saying the same thing about Black Cap too, okay? I've had my opinions on specifically with Falcon. I thought that was one of the more insulting things. That you take this original black character, and God forbid he just be a consistently original black character by the name of Falcon. You got to put him under, yes, I know he's a longtime friend. I get all of that stuff. But then you put him in the Shield and how he's Black Cap instead of, and of course, as predicted, he has to have this big, long narrative that is centered around his race and how the country or how people.
I wonder if he had the same thoughts when Nightwing took over the Batman mantle for a little bit. Because that lasted for about a year or two, where Nightwing, Dick Grayson, was Batman, and Batman's son, Damian Wayne, was Robin. Well, I think Damian Wayne's still Robin, to my understanding. I wonder if he had his thoughts about that.
People feel about there being a Black America. Nobody predicted that.
But the thing about Nightwing is that he's white.
This is why I've said that Sam Wilson's Captain America is arguably one of the more dog shit things that have happened in recent comics. Leave him Falcon. Damn it, leave him an original black character. We need
the Falcon.
I'm not asking for a black version of a classically white character, okay? See, this is what Marvel and even DC, other worlds, they understand. A lot of y'all are too stupid to understand that you're being insulted. So to their credit, they're smart enough to understand, the Marvels and the DCs of the world, they're smart enough to understand that you're too stupid to understand that you're being insulted. You're too dumb. You're too dumb. So you'll eat this type of stuff, or you probably won't buy the books, but they'll set the president, he'll come up in a live action scene, everybody, yeah, Slay, all of this, and they'll cosplay the character, and all of a sudden they're the biggest Aaron Fisher fan. We know, we've seen this, come on, man, we've seen this play out time and time again. We've seen it play out time and time again. This is what they absolutely love to do. But you're too stupid to understand that you're being insulted. And what I mean by that is that Marvel is saying, okay, you're gay. You're consumed by your sexuality, gay, whether it be lesbian, trans, the other, whatever the Q and all that stuff, you're whatever that is. And you're consumed by it, right? That's all there is to you. So this is what we're going to do. Could we possibly attempt to, much like we did with Captain America, much like we did with all these other original characters, try to build them up to get a following to where they're original, right? You have something that is authentic and original. No. This is what they do. They dangle the carrot in front of you and you eat it up. They take a character that you already recognize that I don't care what anybody says. It's a mantle. Shut up. You could say that all you.
It is a mantle though. That's a good point.
You want, and it sounds good because again, you want the tokenized version of the character to exist. That's fine. Doesn't change the fact.
All right. If it was fine, you wouldn't be arguing and pushing it so much.
Captain America. We know who Captain America is. We know who Batman is. We know who Superman. You can race swap them, different uniforms.
So he's mad. He's mad about the Black Batman, but not Nightwing becoming Batman. What the fuck? He's not mad about Terry McGinnis being Batman. What?
First, all of this sort of stuff that you would like to do, fine. Call it a mantle. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, those care. We know Batman's Bruce Wayne. We know Superman is Kal-El. We understand that, and we know Cap ain't Aaron Fisher. We know that much. So they dangle you that.
I think, oh my gosh. And by the way, if you guys don't know who Eric D. July is, or Young Rippa 59, 69, Young Rippa 69, 96, Young Rippa 59, if you don't know who this guy is a black libertarian YouTube. So this guy believes in like a free market, and he believes that companies should do whatever to become profitable, right? So when a company takes a risk on a character, say they're like, I don't know, Captain Nobody or Captain Homeless Teen, that's not going to sell as much as Captain America, right? So showing attaching the marginalization of the gay community to a big name like Captain America or Batman or Green Lantern, there's a value in that because it shows it shows that marginalized person or identity attached to a big comic book name, and it gets its moment, its clout for a bit, you know. Any other alternative is such a big risk where a lot of creators and a lot of companies don't want that because it's a risk. It's a risk, and companies don't want to risk things like that. It's not profitable. Like I'm sure there have been gay characters that Marvel's come out with that are lesser known. For example, perhaps the Rawhide Kid. Yeah, I think it's the Rawhide Kid. It was like a cowboy hero that Marvel came up with like 10 years ago. And so, you've never heard of Rawhide Kid? There's a reason for that. There's a reason.
That carrot and you eat it up every time. Because again, you're too stupid to understand that's they know they can appease. They're admitting like, yeah, man, we pandering like a mother. We putting it out. We done got this LGBT writer, man. We're freaking to design them, and we putting that.
Everything's the pandering of comics, though. It's like the pandering thing is such a bad point to make. Say if you make a comic book, say if aliens are the big thing, right? And then there's a comic book of Batman fighting aliens. That's pandering. Say like Batman and Superman are the biggest titles in DC Comics, and they make a Batman Superman comic book where they're teamed up with a few other superheroes, and they call it the Justice League. That's also, you can also say that's pandering. Or where somewhere in like Captain America and Iron Man are the biggest characters, and Spider-Man as well, and in putting Spider-Man with the Avengers. That, yeah, you know, shit, man, that sounds like some pandering to me. I don't see why he's so mad when it happens with a person that's, you know, queer.
John out specifically.
Am I allowed to say queer? I think so. Probably edit that.
For them, they're telling you like, yeah, man, we pandering. That's the only reason why we doing this. Hell, why would you think we would announce it that it was an LGBTQ Captain America in the first place? Why would we announce that if we weren't pandering? And they laughing. They sat at a round table. Think about that. Round table said, okay, guys, this is the most talented
the round table
people out there in Marvel, right? One of the biggest franchises right now, not in the books, but you know, one
All
of the
right.
bigger entertainment.
It's okay if I speed up chat. There's no one here watching me. Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Franchise right now. So they sat round table. They said, okay, guys, let's put our heads together. LGBT Captain America. This is what we're gonna do.
Oh my gosh.
Again, a member of the LGBT.
Oh my gosh, 30 minutes is such a long time. I don't know if I want to finish this.
And for maximum pandering, we'll put it out during Pride Month.
Yeah.
Some idiot, God damn it, Johnny, that's it. And they ran with it. Probably laughed at y'all while they were doing it. They're too stupid to know that we're insulting them anyway. We're just trying to limit them to their sexuality, and then we're just going to give them a gay version of a character that already exists. We're going to get rich. They're going to eat it up because they're too stupid.
Liking something for, like, being a variant of, like, a different All right, so liking something for being a variant of a more popular version of that thing doesn't mean you're stupid. Doesn't mean that creation and existence of that thing, of the variant thing, is wrong.
Like, imagine that round table discussion right there. To understand that you too stupid to understand. People wouldn't like them. Explain this to me then. There may have been 3 people.
Oh, guys, I don't want to finish this. Holy shit. Like, I don't want to go past 40 minutes. Let's not do it.
People on this earth at the time that were Googling who Agatha Harkness was prior to WandaVision. Now, all of a sudden, the Stan accounts exist on Twitter. They're saying she does such a phenomenal job. Y'all had never heard of that character. Though she's been around forever. And no, this depiction I think is kind of weird because, I don't know, she's not old.
She is hot,
but
though.
They took a character that y'all never heard of, and now all of a sudden y'all like her. It's almost if that it can be done. It just requires a little work. So that's not an excuse. That's how, oh, well, we have the time to have to do this because otherwise nobody will explain Agatha, you idiot. You can't. They took a character that virtually none of you guys knew who they were. Now, again, I have my gripes with the changes, but that's neither here nor there. They took a character that did exist, that y'all didn't know existed because you don't read books, which is, I'm not knocking you for it. I'm just giving you the facts. Now, all of a sudden, people like her. Why couldn't they do that with a gay character? That can be completely original. See, here's the thing. It requires work. It requires talent. And I'm going to tell you why this isn't going to get off the ground. Now,
all right, keep in mind, neither one of us have read this comic book. it could very well be a thing where this book just sucks ass completely, just because it's like a kind of like an unknown writer, or it could be freaking awesome. Like he's assuming, I don't want to assume. Maybe I should double back and just give a quick review on TikTok or something. Just so I'm not a dick like Eric, but who knows?
It probably will end up, Marvel's in the business of line skipping now. So you're going to see, like, for example, Ms. Marvel, she gets a video game, and she gets, kind of front in the video game, while also she's coming up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This character is relatively new, right? Same thing with America Chavez. These very, very recent depictions, they're skipping the line, right? So you'll probably don't understand is what makes Captain America great. It's not his sexuality. Newsflash.
Right. I agree with that.
It's not his sexuality, right? That has almost nothing to do with it. Same can be said for the multitude of other characters that have come up, some gone, and come back. But the ones that have stuck, there is something like a commonality that exists. And what that is that generally, if they are mainstay, particularly the white straight men, there's no social ill. I say this all the time. There's no social ill that they can fall back on. The character is the character. So what it does is it forces writers to have to be at their peak creativity instead of doing what they're doing with this dog shit. Okay?
What? You can make a great character and they don't have to be a white straight man. What? You think that that's the thing that writers get stuck on? It's like, oh man, this character is like a marginalized, oppressed person, bruh. Oh man, we can't write a good black character because racism. We can't write a good gay character because homophobia. Like you think that what? I don't see how those things equate. Not equate. Seems like a big non sequitur. This like okay, character good, white must be good. I don't know, man. I like that. It's late. It's late. It's been a long day. Ugh. All right.
Right? So what they said, this is what I'm talking about with
All right. Yeah, we're cutting the stream. Holy shit. Oh my god.